Coming up, it's the Bengals looking to avoid their 7th straight loss to the Ravens. Can Cincinnati prevent another sweep? Find out next on EA Sports.
Named for the legendary coach and co-founder of the Bengals, there's a good look at Paul Brown Stadium on the riverfront in Cincinnati. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd. And they're all set as they'll match up with the Baltimore Ravens. To my left, Charles Davis. Brandon Gaunt alongside Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Ravens in this matchup. It's a relatively balanced offense. The next-gen stats kind of bear that out. What do you think they'll be looking to do in this one?
I think it'll be exactly what you just talked about. They'll want to be balanced on offense, which means to them, they'll want everyone involved. See if they can get some one-on-ones in the passing game. Maybe identify some situation where it can swing the ball to the backs in space. Even find some spots where they just want to play some old-fashioned power football. As one of the most successful coaches in the league told us once, the definition of balanced offense, that means you can do what you want when you want to, not necessarily just running it 50% of the time and throwing it the same percentage.
He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. Well, these two teams hooking up for the second time this year. They first met back in October, Week 7, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. To throw again on second down, Darnold, and that's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Throwing here on third down, Darnold. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Derek Wolfe popping in for the sack. So on fourth down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Jackson. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that'll set him back 5. Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. And a nice run to get him past the original line of scrimmage. A gain of 7. It's 2nd and 8 now. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Forced out to his left. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. And now Jackson will look to throw it. And fights through one man. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. I have to imagine many defensive coordinators had a sleepless night trying to game plan ways to slow down Lamar Jackson. What do you think is the most effective way to try to do it?
Well, you've got to be a little counterintuitive because normally you're sitting on the wide receiver one, aren't you? But with Lamar Jackson, I'd sit on the tight end. He loves to throw it to the middle of the field, loves that position as his #1 target. Take that away and hope you have a corner that can stand up man-to-man against a speed guy on the perimeter.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll take to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups, check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll run for the first time with Chris Evans. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline.
Let's go. Let's do it. First and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they were in field goal range the last time out but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
On second down, a run with Dobbins. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Now Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Now Jackson on first down. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he's got room. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That is now 19-yard gains on back-to-back plays. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. No score after 1 on EA Sports. He'll buy some time right. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. These two teams met in Baltimore. You might remember earlier in the year with the Ravens winning that game. So a win here in Cincinnati will give them the season sweep 2-0. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the second round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football out of the backfield? To be able to get him in the second round, that's what I call a steal.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. On third down, Jackson. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense And you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Dobbins once more. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. This Bengal defense, they passed the first 2 tests. Now it's 3rd and goal. They'll roll him out right. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. His 11th touchdown of the year. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Tucker with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals offense returns to the field. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Darnold. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Darnold. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
And that is incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Ravens heading out on offense as we look at the playoff picture in the AFC. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Now it's Jackson. Flush to his right. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Whenever you see a quarterback break contain, just think to yourself, the receivers on that side of the field, their number one job, make sure they get in his sight line so he can try and find someone downfield. Guys on the backside, make sure you don't give up the deep ball. They tried it there. They weren't able to connect.
Now this throw caught left side. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain there of 30 big ones. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the end. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Logan Wilson able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Here's a give to Dobbins. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Hey, baby, this ain't good enough for us.
So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Tucker's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So he missed his first attempt, remember, but this time he gets back on the bike and knocks it home.
Yeah, and sometimes that first one can really impact you moving forward. It can just stay with you too long and affect everything else you do during the game. In this case, though, able to shake it off. He's riding high again.
Let's go!
The Bengal offense on their way out as we look at the playoff race in the AFC. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another night.
And Darnold, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Samaje Perine of the offense heading back out there. You can count his carries on 1 finger. They've only given him the rock 1 time, Charles. What gives?
So we can't draw any conclusions just yet. He has to touch the ball multiple times in order to get into a rhythm and have a chance to have success. You know who else gets into a rhythm? The offensive line. They feel better about what they're doing when they know they've had multiple opportunities to get it done.
Yeah, well, the conclusion we can draw so far, they're losing here in the second quarter. Let's see if they change tunes. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Darnold. Over the middle, complete. That's Sanders. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Setting up the screen to Perine. Oh, some strong running. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Perine, draw play. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. A shotgun snap for Darnold. Throw right side, pulled in by Higgins. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. McPherson's kick is good. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. So they do get to 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points. And now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
Let's go, boys!
So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. Some critical games going on as teams fight for those final playoff berths. Let's get you around the NFL here in a busy Week 16.
Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. On the return, Devin Duvernay. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Raven offense set to start this third quarter. And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half They didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. An option handoff here to Dobbins. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. In this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. This is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even...
And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive?
And he'll take this into the end zone for Bengal TD. Samaje Perine, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. On the return is Duvernay. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Throwing is Jackson. Dancing to his left. That is caught. Rashad Bateman. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Play action. It's Jackson. Rolling to his right. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's good for 28 yards. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. And the tackle there by Jermaine Plant.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough at run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
40 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. Dobbins hit and he fumbles. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. And the Bengals have recovered it.
All I know, partner.
And now before the ball changes hands, we'll take a look at this. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Open man is Bateman. It's complete. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They'll try to run it. It's Hill. No gain on the play that time. So a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. That's kind of an interesting decision. One-score game, third quarter. What do you do?
Yeah, I'm willing to go out on the limb on this one and go for it. And here's why.
And it's a fake. He's going to throw it. Quick hitter here. It's complete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Bengals are going to get the football back. Well, that was an intriguing call. You got a chip shot field goal. Tight game. Why not just take the 3?
I know that not all the old rules apply in today's NFL, and in fact, I'd love to have an analytics coach here with us right now to say why that was probably a good play. I don't know that the analytics coach would have said that. That seemed like a bad play. Take the points there and move on. I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this second down call after that type of a gain.
P. Ryan again on second down. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. Darnold. Able to find Higgins. Oh, he's got some breathing room. For a Cincinnati score. Well, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch.
Yeah, and this is no ordinary run after the catch. This is supersized right here. He's able to look it in, turn upfield, and then it's as simple as looking for the area where the defenders aren't. And then he outruns them all the way to the end zone.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. On the return is Duvernay. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They go play action with Jackson. Sliding out of the pocket. He'll find Bateman once more. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
50 yards on the ground so far.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down.
When they put the ball in J.K. Dobbins' chest and he carries it, he runs with a lot of determination and aggressiveness. Just one start last year as a rookie, but still managed 805 yards and 9 touchdowns. I think he's ready for a big year 2 leap.
And this is caught. Touchdown. Wait, hold a second here. A flag down. Let's see if this will stand. A costly penalty there. A lineman got downfield, and for the moment, that cost him 6 points. Here's Jackson to throw. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Andrews. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll bring up a second down.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Oh, but this is going to backfire as it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. That's taking quite a gamble, and it definitely did not pay off.
And most of the time, it's real easy to go ahead and criticize that type of an attempt. But I actually liked what they did there. Taking that gamble, showing that they're going to be aggressive. Unfortunately for them, they took what probably was a short 3 points off the board.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, a give to Evans. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go. Now Darnold. Sanders has it over the middle. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. Tie game in the 4th quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Meanwhile, Darnold's throw here into the hands of Boyd. And he'll be brought down with the first down after a gain of about 11 as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a first down in field goal range already. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They'll run again with Pirine. And once again, they stop him behind the line. Great job by this Ravens defense. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. A field goal try would be almost 50 yards from this spot. So what can they do to get closer now on 3rd down? They'll run it here with Pirine. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. McPherson's kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Jackson. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
On 2nd down now, Dobbins trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Being chased out left. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the 1st, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to do what we call flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
He'll buy some time right. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. Would be a long field goal try from here as they try to hustle to the line.
Jackson to throw.
The loop, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Trey Hendrickson in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.